Yanomami, Deep in the Amazon. Written by David Meissner. The Amazon. The plant's oldest living ecosystems are rainforests. Rainforests exist on every continent except Antarctica and have been around for more than 70 million years. The largest rainforest on Earth is the Amazon rainforest in South America. Rainforests like the Amazon are important because they are one of the most diverse habitats on Earth. They are home to people including indigenous tribes such as the Yanomami. They are also home to 80% of the world's plant and animal species. Without the essential habitats rainforests offer, the Earth could face the decline or extinction of much of its wildlife. Rainforests also help clean the Earth's air and water and regulate its climate. They are sometimes called natural air filters because rainforest trees can remove pollution from the air and release oxygen. Rainforests provide a similar filtering effect to Earth's waterways. Without rainforests, life on Earth would not be the same. Living for today and tomorrow. The people of the Yanomami tribe, one of the world's oldest cultures, call the Amazon rainforest home. Indigenous tribes like the Yanomami have lived in the Amazon for more than 5,000 years. The Yanomami live in what is known today as Brazil and Venezuela. Although the Yanomami lived there long before those countries ever existed. The Yanomami have collected thousands of years of knowledge about the Amazon rainforest. Their lifestyle is depending on living in harmony with the rainforest's many species of plants and animals. Because of the Yanomami lifestyle relies on the rainforest, they are careful to never overuse resources or harm the environment. The Yanomami live in a way that is sustainable, which means that they live today. The way they live today is designed to leave a healthy rainforest for tomorrow. They avoid cutting down more trees, picking more fruit, and hunting more animals than they need to survive. They live this way in hopes that their children and grandchildren will still have the trees, fruit, and animals they need, and that the rainforest ecosystem will remain healthy. Life in the rainforest. For thousands of years, the Amazon rainforest has given the Yanomami all they need to survive. They have not had to rely on trade with other nations for the goods they require. Like many other indigenous people of South America, the Yanomami believe the spiritual world is very important. They use knowledge of local plants and animals to get closer to this world. Beyond that, they use the forest to meet their daily needs, including shelter, food, and clothing. Llanos and community. The Yanomami live in big circular huts called llanos. They build them with wooden poles, vines, and thatched leaves. Viewing a llano from above, it would look like a big circle with a hole cut out in the middle. The center of the circle, open to the sky, is where adults meet and children play. An entire Yanomami village often lives in one llano, with many families sharing the same roof. Instead of living in separate rooms, each family has its own area where family members eat and sleep. Each family has its own fire pit for cooking, and each person has their own hammock for sleep. Gathering and gardening. The Yanomami know the rainforest well. They know which herbs to use for different illnesses. They know which plants are edible and which are poisonous. They gather wild foods such as fruit, nuts, roots, and insects. They also plant gardens in the rainforest. First, they cut and burn the trees on small sections of land. Then plant sugarcane, plantains, sweet potato, manioc, and more. To avoid harming the land, the Yanomami move their garden every few years and allow the old garden to grow back into the rainforest. When the Yanomami do not have enough food from gathering and gardening, they set out a Wyomi. The Wyomi is a trek through the rainforest during which the entire village travels for days or weeks while searching for food. The Yanomami eat roots. On Wyomis, the Yanomami eat roots, make hammocks out of bark, and sleep under leaves to keep dry. Hunting and fishing. The Yanomami hunters hunt using long bows and wooden arrows with bird feathers attached to them to help fly straight. Sometimes they dip their arrowheads in poison. Hunters walk barefoot through the rainforest looking for anteaters, tapirs, and other animals. When hunters kill animals, they share the meat with the entire village. The Yanomami use a variety of methods to catch fish. Some shoot arrows at fish in the river, while others skim baskets through the water. The Yanomami also know how to fish with the poisonous Erui Toto vine. They cut the vine and slide it through the water, and the poison drips into the water, stunning nearby fish. The fish then float to the surface, and the Yanomami scoop them up. Yanomami fashion. The clothing choices people make often depend on where they live, how they live, and what materials are available. The Yanomami get everything they need from the rainforest and use it with the rainforest's conditions in mind. The rainforest is often hot and rainy, so the Yanomami dress lightly to stay cool and mobile. Men often wear loincloths, women often wear fringed aprons, and children often wear little or no clothing for their own comfort in the heat. The Yanomami often paint their bodies with different colors. They use red dyes from seeds, purple dyes from palm fruit, and black powder from charcoal. Many of their designs involve painting and patterns with dots and lines. Some Yanomami tattoo rather than paint their markings on, and their tattoos have a variety of cultural purposes. Tattoos can serve as a link to the spiritual world. They can also demonstrate a person's accomplishments or mark their transition into adulthood. Some Yanomami people pierce their noses, lips, and ears. They use small wooden sticks as nose and lip rings and bird feathers for earrings. They also wear other jewelry made from the rainforest, such as necklaces of seeds and armbands of fragrant leaves. Sometimes they crown their heads with small white hawk feathers. Yanomami land today. About 20,000 Yanomami remain in the Amazon today. They live similar to the way their ancestors did, still hunting and gathering food, sleeping under llanos, and fashioning their clothing from materials in the rainforest. But the last 50 years, more outsiders have arrived, and they do not share the Yanomami's knowledge of or respect for the rainforest. These outsiders travel by motorized boats, trucks, and airplanes, and they come looking to benefit from the fertile and mineral-rich lands. They mine, hunt, fish, and cut down trees in ways that are not sustainable. Unlike the Yanomami, they are not careful to keep the rainforest healthy. In the 1970s, the number of outsiders coming to the rainforest increased. Many of the outsiders were garimpiros, a Portuguese word for wildcat gold miners. The garimpiros entered the Yanomami land hoping to strike it rich. They cared more about finding gold than the harm they could do to the rainforest. Gold mining is one of the largest threats to the Yanomami and the rainforest. Unfortunately, the appeal of getting rich has increased illegal mining. The consequences of gold mining have devastated the rainforest in many ways. not only through the loss of trees, but also through pollution caused by toxic chemicals entering major waterways and the soil. Between the effects of the outsiders and the destructive nature of forest fires caused by global warming, life for the Yanomami and the Amazon rainforest itself is in great danger. If the rainforest continues to be destroyed, the whole world will suffer alongside the Yanomami. Since the rainforest helps maintain a healthy global climate, the Yanomami must deal with outsiders and the problems they bring, including diseases and the destruction and pollution of the forests that support the Yanomami lifestyle. Conclusion. The Yanomami culture is rich with centuries of knowledge about the Amazon rainforest and the discipline and skills needed to live sustainably. Although many people have never interacted directly with the Yanomami, the problems they are facing have captured attention worldwide. The Yanomami have been depicted in books, magazines, movies, and art. Many who study their cultures want to help others learn to prevent future negative impacts on the Yanomami and the Amazon rainforest. The Amazon rainforest is important to everyone on Earth. It produces a lot of the world's oxygen, affects the world climate, supports a large variety of plants and animal life, and of course is home to the Yanomami people.